It's not working. Okay, we use the celebrate emoji. This one. Every time I want to use the celebrate emoji. All right, 1 second, guys. Blooper reel. Hey everyone. So this is the best place for freelancers, new business owners, or anyone who's really trying to start their own side hustle. You can probably see that today I'm shooting from a new place. I'm not where I typically am. I'm at my desk because I'm going to take you inside my computer and show you how you can get clients, freelancing clients, pretty much anywhere, but today we're going to focus on Facebook and how you can use Facebook, even groups that will not allow you to advertise or don't allow any promo. I'm going to show you the workaround that. You ready? Let's get started. So here's a quick disclaimer before we move forward on our journey of finding clients, not on job boards, not on Upwork, not on Fiverr. You have to follow the group rules. So once you're in a group, I'm going to show you a workaround to being able to find clients, but follow the rules, don't be sleazy, okay? And speaking of groups, be sure to join us. We have our own private group, and in there you can ask me questions and ask each other questions and answer. And every now and then I will be going live inside the book, and so I'll be asking questions in real time and showing you my screen and sharing information. So be sure to click on that pinned comment down below, click on that link, and join the tribe. It's a small little secret group. It's private, so nobody is going to know you're in the group unless you want them to, unless you ask other people to join along. So it's a small private group for now, but we're growing. So be sure to come and join us for some tips and some answers. Okay. So there are five basic tips that I can give you so that you can get your clients on Facebook, not on Upwork, not on Fiverr, on Facebook, okay? So there's only 5 things that you can do. You ready? Number 1, you have to inspire. You have to inspire. If you're not showing us the before, the after, and the how, you're not going to get a lot of engagement on your post, especially if it's not your group. And I'll talk more in depth about the types of groups that you should be looking for. So what do I mean by inspire? Talk about what your life was like before you managed to solve your ideal client's problem. So there's that pain element that I was talking about in my storytelling video, captivating clients through the power of storytelling. So keep them in their pain. Reminisce on your own pain. I used to have this problem and it made me feel like this, and I thought I would never ever be able to get over this insurmountable, this impossible task. And this is me now. I continuously managed to charge my clients $1,000 per project. I continuously know that I'm going to get paid on time. I can forecast my budget. I can future-proof my life, and I can work from anywhere. So saying things like that is the after. Saying things like that will obviously make people say, well, how did you do that? That's the point. All right, so we are in my screen right now. But before I even do the inspire post that I was talking about, step 1 or tip number 1, here it is. So in this group, this person says, I figured it out, I genuinely think I just figured out my whole business message, goal, vision thing. That is an inspiring post. So my spin, if I was going to go to the same group, so let's go to the same group. Okay, And if I was gonna post now, here the admins have to allow you to post, okay? But ignore it. So if I was gonna share my version of an inspiring post, then I would say something like, let's use the yay emoji or celebrate emoji. I think this one's better. Oh, Facebook won't let me post right now. They're going through technical difficulties. Let's say we're gonna use the celebrate emoji. I hate this font. You can use Helvetica. Okay, so you say celebrate, right? Because that's yay, right? You use a celebrate emoji, and you say something like win, right? Because you just massive win, and you just say let's assume you're a freelancer in a freelancing group, and your niche is helping freelancers, right? You say something like, I just signed my first long-term client, or you can say my first long-term freelancing client, exclamation point. That is the win. That is the whoa, something amazing just happened, right? And then I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say before this, go and watch me type whether you like it or not. Before this, I was sending 20 proposals a day. Okay, first of all, how many connects with that? Like, that's insane. But there are people out there recommending that you send 20 proposals. Please, guys, don't send 20 proposals to 20 different clients. I don't even know if it's humanly possible, because you never sleep, or I don't know. But I'm gonna say I'm sending 20 proposals a day, and thinking that quantity beats quality. I would type this on Facebook if Facebook would let me. I was a little above my ideal, or I was a little above this specific client's budget, and they were already interviewing, happens to me all the time, other freelancers when I came along. They went away, so this is the conflict now. They went away for a few days to consider my offer. And then, because of my onboarding process, when we had our first initial call, or you can say our first initial video call, or what he's calling anymore, we're all doing video calls, the way in which we both naturally got along, and how easy it was for them, we're not going to gender this person, to track payments to me and work that I was delivering, we'll say that, they said yes, exclamation point. And then we'll do again, celebrate emojis like this, like this, like this, clapping hands coming out, I like to put champagne as well, as you can probably see in the background. I love champagne. It gives me this, I don't drink it, I don't drink it, but it gives me a sense or a feeling of like, I don't know, like wealth. It gives me that kind of feeling. So I like to have champagne around, or use champagne for celebrations. Now, that's all you do. So once you post this, people in whatever group it is that you decide to post in, for me it would have been this group if Facebook was working, but I do have a plethora of groups, as you can see, that I post in. And the reason why something like this works is that you've just shared the after, then you shared the before, then you shared probably something that every single freelancer deals with. And for me, in the beginning, when I was raising my rates, because I would do this with every new client, I'd be like, the rate's going up, the price is going up, the price is going up. And I'd be like, when I tell them my price and I see their budget, because Upwork lets you see the budget, the client's budget, as you send your proposal, I would see that I'm above their budget. I would immediately, cop to it and say, I know I'm a little above your budget, but I just want to, and then I'll teach you what I say in our group. So please be sure to join our private group. It's called the Top Rated Freelancers Making Bank. So then the statement, they went away for a few days. It happens. I remember I had a client that I actually really desperately wanted to work with. She's now my long-term client from last year. We started talking in January. We only officially started working together around September, October. So it took months for this individual to find the money, to determine I'll tell you her gender, she wanted to work with me. A lot of things were happening in her personal life at that time that I was not aware of. So what I want to say to you again is that just because a client goes away for months does not mean that you are automatically disqualified. Just if you keep sending proposals the way that I'm going to teach you, first of all, you're going to have an amazing open rate. You're going to have an amazing response rate. And the rest is up to you to blow during the video call. So if you join my Get Paid Now beta mastermind group, then you will learn how to not blow those video calls. Okay, so this is one way to get clients if your ideal client was a freelancer. So if you were a copywriter, then you would say, one of my clients has a 100% email open rate. Before this, they were getting crickets every time they sent emails. And then you can talk about the conflict that you may have experienced or the nail-biting thing that happened. And then they said yes or whatever. And now I have a system. I finally figured it out, like that young lady. I think I finally figured it out, guys. And then what people will say is how. And that's how it works, is that people will comment and comment and comment and comment and comment. So that's the secret. Once they start asking you, how did you do this, right? Then you would answer. So in my instance, since my ideal audience is freelancers, I would say something like, I learned the 6 elements of writing a successful proposal. And I'd love to share that with you. This is all in the comments. Would you be interested? And if they'd be interested, respond to them, okay, so DM me clients for details. And they would take it to the DMs. So the whole thing with Facebook groups, if you want to do well and not get banned or kicked out, is keep the conversation happening inside the group. Facebook actually, Meta, wants people to stay on its platform for as long as possible. So if you're already posting YouTube videos or you're posting content that takes people outside the platform, Meta is gonna look at that and be like, we don't allow that. So rather say things like DM me for details, or if you have the link, let people comment and then edit the first comment or edit your response and insert the link there, and then just respond to everyone, check the first response for the link. Anything to not make Facebook mad, because they don't want you to leave the platform. So that is how you would share your transformation. So then the next thing that you want to do is answer the frequently asked questions. And so I remember this is something that I mentioned to my own freelance coach when she was asking me, my former freelance coach, when she was asking me, well, your job success score on Upwork was really, really low. How did you manage to pick it back up? And I said to her, I was on Facebook groups like a beast. And this is exactly how I did it. the frequently asked questions about freelancing, frequently asked questions about law firm funnels, frequently asked questions about lead generation. Those are the questions that I can riff off very, very fast. And so when you take a look at all the groups that I'm participating in, you can see even the ones that don't allow promo, they won't penalize me for increasing engagement inside their group. Plus, who wants to post something to crickets, right? So another thing that you'll see, as I've mentioned, is to find Facebook groups related to your ideal client. Ideal client, not you. It's not about you, it's about the client, right? And they have to be super active. These super active groups, as you can see on the left-hand side of my screen, these super active groups are pinned. So pin your ideal client's group, pin them to the top. And the reason why I do that is so that I can speak to people who are online. So that last seen part on the Facebook group next to the pinned Facebook group is your time saver. This is the thing that tells you whether or not it's worth it to post in a group, right? So, and if nobody is in a group for a maximum of 2 hours, then that is probably not the group that you want to be in. So if they say last active 8 hours ago, ooh, not the best. Last active 3 hours ago, you're cutting it close, but perhaps you could post in there. Last active 4 hours ago, again, you're cutting it close, but you can post in there. So you don't want groups that were last active a day ago, or groups that were last active 12 weeks ago, or groups that were last active 49 weeks ago. Those are dead groups, right? Those are groups where nobody is talking, and you don't want to talk to crickets. Go live. Yeah, I know that sounds weird. Go live in someone else's group, but as long as you figured out what the group is about, what are their pain points, and you have permission from the admin or admins, going live is actually a great way to humanize yourself and build a personal brand, right? Now, the people who you've constantly been asking their frequently asked questions, now those people can finally put a name to the person who's been answering all those questions. Okay, so this one is gonna fly in the face of anything that you may have been taught in the past about how to get clients and how to navigate the social media space. You're always taught, even I've said this, I've said to my freelancing coach, how do I figure out, how do you draw the line between paid content and free content? And I'd say, oh, free content will show you the what, it'll show you the whens, it'll show you the whys, and then paid content will teach you the how. When you're still trying to find clients and you don't want to do it on a job board where the leads are hot already, you have to make the iron hot by striking, right? You can't wait for the iron to be hot. So in this instance, you're gonna want to do, as long as you have permission, you're going to want to do free trainings, at least a training a day if you can handle it, or a training a week. And these free trainings or teachings, it doesn't have to be a training, some people don't feel comfortable going live, but if you can teach people something every day, that builds your credibility, and you'll one day find yourself receiving a DM from someone who wants to work with you on a more professional, paid basis. So teach the audience in those active groups, teach them something once a day, every day. If you can do that, I promise you, you'll build rapport. You'll build rapport with the admins of the group, so they will be faster with allowing your content to be seen, because of course we need permission from these admins. And then there's also the fact that people will now respect your opinion, right? So give away some free information every single day and watch what happens to your mailbox or your inbox on Facebook. And we are back yet again. So the next tip, as we jump into my screen is literally searching for the work. So again, using the same group. This is a pretty massive group. Remember I was saying you always want to deal with groups that are super duper active. So actually let's start again. And I'm going to show you, I've got groups that I've pinned. Hey guys, if you're here. And hey to you guys if you're already beta testing my Get Paid Now program. Alright, so this was last active 18 hours ago. What I love about Facebook groups is that it actually helps you see who was active. Right? So active 18 hours. My odds go up if I look in a group that's super duper active. So let's go into successful female entrepreneurs because it's got this many members. Bye. Then you search the group. So let's say I am a website designer. Wix and inexpensive. And this was posted July 15th. That's pretty recent. Right? We can even say we only want to deal with website designers that have posted or people who have posted in 2022. Here we go. Hi, I'm looking for a Squarespace website. You see how easy it is, guys? So it's very easy to find clients off, like legitimately find clients off of Facebook groups. So if you're not on groups right now, if you're not on Facebook, I totally understand you. But groups, that's a different ballgame. It is how I single-handedly save my job success score. So groups is where you want to be. So I hope that helps. And one more thing before I go, I have a question. Why aren't you following me on Instagram? We're still a small community, but the great thing is I share so many freelancing tips and behind the scenes and so much content that you would never see anywhere else, only on Instagram. For instance, you get to watch me after I work out, you get to see behind the scenes, you get to see me set up for client audits. Sometimes you'll see me with my bonnet on. You get to see how other freelancers are living or what they're doing. You get lots and lots of tips and tricks and behind the scenes, and you get to see me looking like Shrek sometimes. We share memes and jokes. And then also you get to see what my mastermind beta testers are receiving in the mail. Things like how to do keyword research in a super duper structured way, not like the way I've shown you here on YouTube, like really super structured. So if you're not following me on Instagram, you're missing out. I'm just saying, you're missing out. All right, bye everyone. Hey, so this one is kind of gonna be a doozy because I'm going to be taking you inside my screen and the whole bit. So if you have any questions about getting clients off, meaning not on Upwork or Fiverr or any other job boards, also look at my earrings, aren't they pretty? If you have any questions about that, please, in the next slide, I'm going to allow you to ask me questions.